Hey nerdies, it's Kathleen M's here, and it's time to talk about my favorite chimichanga-loving, filthy-mouth, fourth-wall-breaking, mercenary, anti-hero, Deadpool.
Deadpool, branded as both hero and villain. Deadpool was once a badass mercenary named Wade Wilson. After being recruited into the Weapon X program, Wade was subjected to experiments that gave him awesome regenerative powers and drove him batshit crazy. Today, the merc with a mouth travels the globe in search of fortune and chimichangas.
So, the new trailer was just leaked from Comic-Con, and Fox is crazy for not officially putting it on their channel or on YouTube yet, and yet going through other YouTube channels and blocking these videos on copyright grounds. That makes absolutely no sense. So the trailer starts out, and Ryan Reynolds, who makes an amazing Deadpool, oh my god, they actually referenced Ryan Reynolds in the Deadpool comics 11 years ago. When I hear Deadpool's voice in the comics, or I imagine his voice, I imagine him sounding something like Ryan Reynolds, even though Deadpool is supposed to have scratched vocal cords, so he's supposed to have kind of a scratchy voice, although I've never really imagined him with a scratchy voice. And Ryan Reynolds' brand of comedy is quite similar to Deadpool's brand of comedy. So back to what I was saying, the trailer starts off with Deadpool going through his transformation, with Wade Wilson becoming Deadpool. And the transformation was excruciatingly painful, and that is shown through the trailer. I can't wait to see this transformation shown on screen. Now, one thing that I felt was really missing from the Deadpool game is that complex element to Deadpool, that he is of course this comedic character, but part of his comedy is hiding all of the pain, keeping all of the pain at bay, because Deadpool has experienced so much tragedy and so much pain. Having that balance in his story between knowing that he is a rich character that has experienced some tragedy but also is a comedic character is what I think is going to make this movie really great. Deadpool was in a way cured of his cancer because he has his healing ability, but his cancer attacked his skin cells and made him deformed. So in a way, his costume is his real face. We will typically see and associate Wade Wilson with his costume because he is so uncomfortable with the way that he looks when he takes off his costume. And I think this balance of the pain and the comedy that is Wade Wilson is what will make this movie really great, because I feel that few adaptations of Deadpool really capture that he is a multi-layered character. Also, Wade Wilson makes a huge jab at the Green Lantern movie that was very unpopular and very poorly received by Green Lantern fans. He makes a joke that he doesn't want his superhero costume to be green or animated, which was a huge criticism that fans had of the Green Lantern movie, which is great. This is so perfect because not only was that line hilarious, but it's very characteristic of how Wade Wilson works. Wade Wilson is so self-aware that he is a subject in a comic, and it is very like Wade Wilson to realize that he is a actor, Ryan Reynolds, playing a part. The amount of fourth wall breaking that's already happening in this trailer is so characteristic of Wade Wilson, and that is so freaking great. So there are also several scenes of Deadpool just kicking ass and making jokes along the way. And that again makes me so excited because Deadpool is a highly skilled mercenary. His comedic value is actually an asset in his fighting skills. He uses his comedy to distract his enemies. So then some other characters are introduced, and when I saw Colossus in this trailer, I fucking lost my shit because I love Colossus. Oh my god, and I've been wanting to see more screen time of him because he barely gets any screen time in any of the X-Men movies. And then Negasonic Teenage Warhead Ellie, what's her name? Yeah, I honestly am not very familiar with this character, but I'm sure she's gonna contrast Deadpool so well with her seriousness. So there will also be confirmed sexy time in this movie. awesome. This movie is definitely going to be rated R, but also I think that's very important because Wade is a very horny individual. Deadpool is just a horny guy. He's attracted to people of all shapes, sizes. He has many crushes and love interests along his comic line, including Cable, who he has a raging crush on. And if you don't believe me, please read Cable and Deadpool again, because one of his biggest fantasies is revealed by a villain, and that fantasy includes rubbing suntan oil all over a scantily clad Cable.
Closer than the average man and wife.
That's why our matching bracelets say Turk and JD.
You know I'll stick by you for the rest of my life.
You're the only man who's ever been inside of me. Oh, whoa, I just took out his appendix.
Blind Alfred! Oh my god, I'm so glad that Blind Alfred is gonna be in this movie. Okay, so Blind Alfred is this blind old woman that Deadpool was supposed to kill, but in the kindness of his heart, he decided to kidnap her instead, and she is remaining in his house, unable to escape. So it's kind of like sweet of him, but at the same time, it's a little sad. It's a little morally ambiguous, their relationship, but she is a great addition to the already comedic story of Deadpool because she's a super obscene old lady and I love her. Oh my god, I love Blind Alfred. Yes! Then Weasel is revealed. So Weasel is this super dorky, nerdy guy that teams up with Deadpool, and he's like the arms dealer. He's the brains of the situation when it comes to Deadpool. It seems that Weasel isn't gonna be the dorky loser that he is in the Deadpool comics, which is kind of cool. I don't mind that they're taking a little bit of liberty with that character, because as long as he has that obvious bromance that we're used to seeing in the Deadpool comics, because I mean, Weasel is a really important character. Like I said, he offers that intelligent input that Deadpool needs. Because if it hasn't become really, really clear, Deadpool is a little bit mentally unstable thanks to his abilities. Something kind of screwed up in his brain a little bit. He's a little bit mentally unstable, so it's good to have a guy in his life, a friend who will be that sense of mental stability every once in a while, and that's who Weasel is. So at the end of this trailer, Deadpool kills a bunch of dudes looking super badass along the way, and after killing them all, puts his guns to his face, inhales the fumes, and says, "I'm touching myself tonight." So are we, Wade. So are we. Just saying. My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me. So what did you think of the Deadpool trailer? If you haven't seen it, check it out in the description, or just look up leaked Comic-Con trailer. Hopefully there will be a actual trailer released by Fox soon so that I can put a real link in the description, because these videos keep being taken down by Fox. Come on, Fox, please upload a video soon because we're dying here. We're dying here. Are you a fan of Deadpool? Let me know in the comments section if you are, why you aren't, if you aren't. Mostly, if you're not a Deadpool fan, it's probably because you've never picked up a Deadpool comic, and you need to just do that right now because Deadpool is freaking awesome. He's hilarious. How could you not like him? He's awesome. And just start reading Deadpool because he's awesome. You've got so much time before the movie comes out. I think it comes out February of 2016. You know, girl, I'm gonna dress up in that Deadpool garb. I'm gonna look fabulous. I'm so freaking excited, dude. So freaking excited. I should go.